been a good 30 years in a lot of different ways, in a couple of different positions. But the one thing that's been the same is there's nothing better than playing for you. There's nothing better that I enjoy going on the road, and one of the reasons we go on the road a little more than most schools is we get to share with our alums, whether it be in Denver, whether it be in California, whether it be in Germany, or whether it be in Florida, Hawaii. It doesn't matter where we go. We got a lot of Spartans all over, and that's been absolutely the best as far as I'm concerned. We've come off I'd say a disappointing loss. We didn't play really well. Put it as blunt as I can put it, or if there wasn't mixed company, I'd put it a little blunt. But we did not play very well, and I just didn't like the way we started. After that, we were decent. But I think we've got a lot of improvement to make, and yet with one senior on this team, and you know, we're a little young, we're a little bit inexperienced at certain positions, but I think you'll enjoy the talent level, because I think this team has a chance as the year goes. And as I said, the one advantage we have in the round ball compared to the oblong one is you can do some things at the beginning of the year and still have a great opportunity at the end of the year. And in football, sometimes that's a little more difficult. So we hope to take advantage of that. But being here in an event like this, I think speaks volumes for our leadership, our board, our president, and especially our athletic director as far as the athletic side of things go. Because it's he who negotiates these deals. Used to be my best friend until he started scheduling all these tough games, and now I really hate the SOB at times. But truth be told, you know, it's really been an incredible experience to think we get to come to Atlanta on a cold day and be here with you. We get to be in events that when you look at the advertisement for the day and ESPN, what it does every day, the intrinsic value of that, I think is almost unmeasurable for our institution and for all of you as alums and us as a program. So hats off to Mark because of the job he does, and you know, getting this schedule 2 years ago was incredibly important to us to be linked in with the three other teams that we're linked in with on a 3-year contract, get to come to Atlanta. We were in New York, and next year we get to play Kentucky and Chicago. So it doesn't get any better than this as far as the opportunities that I think we're giving our players, I think our athletic program, but I think our entire university. So as far as this year's team goes, as I said, a little young. You're going to see 2 or 3 freshmen playing a lot of minutes tonight. We do have some veterans. You're going to see, unfortunately, one of those. And Travis Trice will be sitting on the bench, and he was kind of an integral part of our comeback the other day. We've had a freak of nature in Brandon Dawson, who had a severe knee injury and has come back, and knock on wood somewhere has really made incredible strides, and maybe that goes to our team doctors, trainers, and the people that worked him out. And he played maybe as well as anybody in the last game, but he's coming back. But remember, he still missed 7 months of practice. So if you can put that in your ways, think about being out of the office for 7 months and how things would be, or away from your husband and wife for 7 months. Wow, that drew great reviews. You know, when you came back, you feel like you don't know who he or she is or what your company's like. And that's kind of the way it is with an athlete. Only even more importantly, he's got a skill that he has to try to reacquire. And I think Brandon's done a great, great job of that. So, as always at these events, I've got a few more minutes. I'd rather answer your questions and babble about what I've got. We've got big recruiting things ahead, but we can't talk much about them. But we got a heck of a season planned, and we got a lot of great things. The Big Ten is going to be the best conference in the country. Not even Dick Vitale can do that. So, if you have a few quick questions, I would love to answer. Yes, sir. Oh, I love it. A lot of questions. Yes.
My name's Eric Grass. I want to say personally, thank you so much for not only how you develop the players on the field, but off the field too.
Well, I appreciate that. As I was leaving to come down here, I heard Dan Dawkins on ESPN saying I'm going to a game in, I think it's Dominican Republic or somewhere. He said the list of guys that are ineligible is enormous for different reasons. And I do want to caution you to say this. We have some great football players in this venue, some on our board. We have some basketball players here. And things are a little different on campus as a student. Not for any other reason than that damn social media, my number one enemy. It's, you know, really it's been the people over in the Middle East and social media that I dislike the most right now. So I can appreciate those that have to use it, but it's really harder to be a student athlete now than it was. It's sometimes unfair, and yet sometimes guys make mistakes. Do you have a question too?
Yeah, I want to know, how do you check the individual talent of the players? Because I know you are able to bring the best to Michigan State. How do you develop them individually as well as collectively as a team so that they mesh together?
Well, I think the hardest thing, the question is how do you develop players individually and mesh them together. I mean, we all do it. We all do it. You all do it. You all got companies, the president does it. She's got to take 3,000 to 4,000 props and get them pointed in the right direction. You know, it's kind of interesting when you get them from all different walks of life. You know, we've had people from Africa on our team. We've had Yugoslavia. We've had people from inner cities, suburbs, farmlands, all over. And it is kind of, it's one of the things that's fun about my job, I guess. And that's what I love about our institution. It is a melting pot of people. And it's, I think, a blue-collar institution, a land-grant institution, and that's what it's all about. So I just try to follow in the footsteps everybody else does. Yes?
Was Germany as incredible to you as it looked on TV and media as a comment?
Was Germany as incredible to me as it looked on TV? Well, you know, I wish you could have saw some of our players' eyes when we were in the hospitals and different places like that. It was bone-chilling, to say the least. But, you know, anytime, and I'm sure there's a lot of military people in here, but we always talk about what we do. And if you're sitting next to someone who's been in the military in any way, shape, or form, just thank them, because